Hey friends, welcome back to this week's episode of Be Amazing. The last time I recorded in the car because I was going to talk about the car. This time I'm recording in the car because it's just the most convenient place to record this right quick. I recently had a day that was devoted to maintenance. And part of it was home and part of it was me. There was a day, it's this time of year, I changed the batteries and the smoke detectors. I changed the filters in the air conditioning and heating unit, and just got those things ready. Because if you don't change those things, there's a possibility, as I have unfortunately learned before, particularly with the filters, that if you don't regularly maintain those things, you could have some problems that end up costing you some money and can cause you some serious problems. So they're just things that have to be taken care of, have to be maintained on a regular basis. Well, I also, at that same time, on that same day, I went and had my annual blood work done to check all my levels, my cholesterol and blood sugar and all of those kind of things that they check on once a year. I also that day went and had a massage at my massage therapist because there's some ongoing problems that I have with my neck and some other things, and need to get that taken care of regularly. I went for a run of about 1.5 miles that day, and I got a flu shot all in the same day. So there was maintenance for the house, there was maintenance for the body. And the thing that I want to remind people of is that stuff really matters. And, to people that are my age and older, we think about that kind of stuff more often, and we should. And, I've learned that we need to not neglect our health and taking care of those things, because as I also know from experience, long periods of neglect can cause you some problems physically, and I've had those experiences myself, and so I've been working really hard over the last year or so to get healthy again. But I would also want to say to people who see this who are younger than I am, don't wait until you have a crisis, or don't wait until you get so far out of shape and have health problems before you start doing this. Nobody thinks about it when they're young and healthy. I wish I had thought about it when I was young and healthy and had taken better care of myself. I might not have a cardiologist and a dermatologist and all those other ologists that I have, along with my family physician as well. So I just encourage you, take care of yourself. Do the basic maintenance things. And don't say, well, it's too late, I've already let myself go too far. Start where you are. Set some goals and start today moving in a healthier direction. And another thing that are along those lines, I recently finished a book that I recommend, and I know it's probably backwards on the way this backwards facing camera is, but the book is entitled Simplify: 10 Practices to Unclutter Your Soul, written by Bill Hybels, longtime pastor of Willow Creek Community Church just outside of Chicago. The book was written about 2014, but just some really good practical things. Actually, I had it in my library and I hadn't read it, and one of my ministry assistants was helping me do some organizing in my library, and she pulled out this and read something and handed it to me and said, "You need to read," and I don't remember what chapter it was now because I read the whole book, but she knew that I was out of balance on some things. And so I just encourage you, pick this book up. Think about Simplify. Think about maintenance. Think about taking care of yourself so that you can live as long and productively and make the most of every opportunity for as long as you can. Until next time, go and be amazing.